Hi everybody, it's Daphne and you're very welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming to spend some of your time with me today. Today I'm going to do a makeup look, and it is a classic makeup look in my view. A classic red lip, a winged liner and some false lashes. Quite simple to create. As I say, it's a timeless, ageless look. So if you want to see how I have created this look, just keep on watching. So for this look, I'm going to start with a primer because I think, in my opinion anyway, if you're doing a classic red lip and a winged liner, you need a very, sort of perfected base. So I'm going to start with the Note Skin Perfecting Primer. This one here. It comes out white. It has a kind of a silicone feel to it, but it just gives a nice base to the makeup. It's a pore minimizer and it's a shine control, so I do get a little bit of oiliness on my T-zone, so it should help with that, but it just gives a lovely sort of soft hydrated feel to the skin. So I'm going to use the AYU, it's the Perfect Skin foundation. This is an Irish company if you haven't heard of them. Really fabulous products. This is a wonderful foundation. It's very full coverage, but I love it. It's a good shade match for me as well. So you can see this gives very full coverage very quickly. Just be sure to take it down onto the neck. I'm going to just check in my mirror. I have a magnified mirror here, so I'll just make sure that the coverage is right. I might just put a little bit more on my cheeks because that's where I would get some redness. I'm just popping it straight onto the brush and I'll just stipple that in. I'm going to use the Sculpted by Aimee Brighten Up Under Eye Liquid Concealer. This is in the colour Ivory, so it's a good colour match for this foundation. And I just literally pop it where that darkness is. And I like to let it sit so that it kind of sets up and does its work. And in the meantime, I'm going to do my brows. So I'm going to use my magnified mirror for this, and I have a little spoolie brush that I'm just going to brush them up. And I'm going to use the Benefit Precisely My Brow. Make sure it's the right way up. This is a tiny pencil, and I've really been enjoying it recently. It's really, really easy to create whatever type of brow you want, be it a sculpted brow or a more natural brow. But I think for this look, again, it would be quite sculpted. So you can see the difference. It's quite a defined brow, so I'll just do the same on the other and I'll cut that out. So that's the brows done, and I popped on a little of the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter Gel just to keep them in place. So I'm just going to go and blend in this concealer. I have my mirror here in front of me. And I sometimes take it across the eye as well, just to give me a base for my shadows. Because this is quite a defined look and a sculpted look, I'm going to contour my cheekbones, and I'm using MAC Harmony to do that. Just a kind of a smallish fluffy brush. And I'm going to, if I find sort of just the end of my cheekbone there and as far as my ear, that's where I'm going to start, and then I'll just bring it down. But I don't want to sculpt down too far, so that's why I'm starting at the back, and so that I have most of the product on the brush when I start rather than when I come down towards the end of the cheekbone. And this is better done if you build it slowly. rather than go in with a lot of product. Just a fluffier brush, and using the same product, the MAC Harmony, I'm just going to warm up a little around my hairline. This is very subtle. I'm going to contour just along my jawline there as well. And then just bring it down a little onto my neck. Just blend it. Because contouring is all about creating shadows, whereas bronzing is more about, you know, warming your skin up. I don't really want a sort of a, you know, a flushed blush look, so I'm going to use MAC Warm Soul, which is a mineralized blush. And I'm just taking a nice fluffy brush. So again, keeping it quite high on the cheekbones just to give that kind of sculpted look. And if you feel at any time that you've been a little bit too heavy-handed with a product, go back to your foundation brush and sort of don't put any more product on it, but just sort of use it to blend in, as you can see there. It just takes any harsh edges and tones things down a bit if you've just, you know, if you have gone in a little bit too heavy with a product. Now, onto eyes. I'm not really going to do a shadow look, but I want a base for my eyes, so I'm going to use, this is MAC Orb, which is basically just a sort of a pale skin toned colour, and it's matte, so it's a good base for what I want to do in terms of my eye look. So I'm just going to get a nice fluffy brush. This is, I think it's MAC, I'm not sure what number because the numbers wear away. And go into Orb and just pop that all over my lid. So you can see it hasn't added any colour to my eyes, it's literally just like a base. The eye look really depends on the liner, and I'm going to use Carter Beauty Steadfast liner. It's a liquid liner, but it's in a pen, and if you've watched me for any length of time, you'll know that I've used this quite often. It's a very easy liner to control, and it's very easy to create a winged look with this because it's so easy to control. So I'm just going to start sort of in the middle of my lid, right along the lash line, and I'm literally laying the pen down like that on its side, and I'm going to start with a very, I'll try just using the oops, maybe I'll just use the viewfinder. I'm literally just tipping it off my lid like that. So I want to be able to control the thickness of the line. And bring it right to the end of my lid. Like that. And then I can see, I am going to go into the corner. I just find it easier to start in the middle rather than in the corner. Now I'm going to thicken that line up a little bit. So you can see it's quite a defined line. Now I want to create the wing. So what I'm going to do is go to the very corner of my eye where my lashes, where my top lashes meet my bottom lashes, and take that as my starting point. And I'm just going to, following the line of my bottom lash, the direction of that line, I'm just going to take that as my guide. Pull it out like that, and then, I keep doing that, and then turn the pen the other way and pull it back in. Toward your eye like that. Now you can play with it until you get the size of the wing that you want. You might want it very dramatic, you might want a smaller wing. I'm going to take it out a little bit more, and I'm using the side of the pen to do this. So you have a nice little dramatic cat eye. So I'm going to do the same on the other side, and I'll be back to you in 1 second. So there's the two wings done. Sometimes I find it very difficult to get them to match. They actually played ball with me today. Now I want to get a little bit more volume at the roots of my lashes. So I'm going to use a dark brown pencil liner. And this one is from Sculpted by Aimee. It's the liner duo. In nude. It has a nude pencil on one end that you can line your waterline with, which I will do, and the darker one on the other end. So I'm just going to take this pencil and literally go into the roots of my lashes. So I think you can see the difference that that has made to the look of the volume of my lashes, and it's actually easier if you use a pencil like that to go into the inner corner, again to create that very dramatic look. And I'm not going to put anything under the bottom lashes. This look really does need some false lashes, so I'm not going to use a full lash, and these are kind of 3/4. They are called the Flutter Edge, and they are from PS from Primark. As you can see, they're not expensive, €1.50, and they come with their own glue. So as you can see, you have the thicker outer edge, and it's slightly not as thick on the inner, so not a full strip lash. I find a full strip lash quite hard to wear because I have quite small eyes. For the sake of speed, I'm going to put them on off camera because it takes me a while to do it. So I will be back in a minute with the full lash. So I just thought I would pop on and show you that I have the lash on this eye and not on this eye. So the difference that well, I suppose it's a 3/4 strip of lash makes a huge difference. So here I am back. The lash is applied. As you can see, it's made quite a difference. And I'm just going to bring the false lash and my own lashes together with a little bit of mascara, and I'm going to use the Inglot Legendary Curl Mascara. It's got a nice small little brush, so I'm not going to disturb the lashes, the false lashes, but I'm just going to put a little on my own and sort of use that brush to push them up. It's very easy to get into the roots with that, with a small brush. And a little tiny bit on the bottom lashes. Just to brighten the eye a little bit, I'm going to take that same duo eyeliner, this time the nude end, and I'm just going to run it across my waterline on my bottom lashes. And it just gives the effect, look at the difference, of opening the eye up, making it look brighter. Now I'm going to set the whole look before I do my lips with some translucent powder. This is the Sculpted by Aimee. It's the Velvet Veil. Sorry, it's very hard to show it with the light. It's the Velvet Veil Invisible Loose Setting Powder. So I'm just going to get a nice fluffy brush. And when you've done that, you can just assess the contour and blush. I'm going to go back in with a little bit more. The same with the blush. So for my red lip, I had a little bit of a dilemma because I find it difficult to find a red that would really suit my complexion tones and that I feel comfortable in, because there's different shades of red. There's blue toned reds and there's yellow toned or orange toned reds. So this is actually my second time to film this part of the video, so if my hair looks slightly different, you'll understand why. So I'm going to try this red and see how it works out, and I'm going to line with, it's Note Cosmetics, it's the Ultra Rich Lip Pencil in the colour Scarlet. So that's it there. So I'm going to line my lips very quickly. So you can see I'm slightly overlining the top, just the Cupid's bow there. You'll also see that I have lined on my lip line for the lower lips, except for the center where I always overline. And if you overline just your Cupid's bow and just underneath your natural lip line on the bottom, and keep the line to your natural lip line for the rest of your lip, it'll give your lips a fuller appearance. I'm just going to smudge that out a little. The lipstick I'm using is by Carter Beauty, and it's the colour Melanie. So it's a kind of a warm toned orangey red. So when you're happy with the shape, make sure that both the contours are even. Take a clean tissue and blot. And then one thing I always do when I'm wearing a dark lip, in particular, because I want to avoid having lipstick on my teeth, I put my finger just inside my mouth and close my lips on it. And it just pulls off anything that's on the inside of your lips so that it doesn't transfer onto your teeth. So I'm very happy with that lip shade. So I will be back in a second with the finished look. So I'm back, and here's the finished look. I didn't actually change my hair very much. I just played around with the bun. I thought a top bun or a top knot would be just perfect for this kind of look because it's kind of classic. And of course, to finish the whole thing off, a pair of oversized black sunglasses. And I think you have your ultimate classic summer look with the red lip and the winged liner and the false lashes. So there it is. So let me know what you think. Pop your comments and questions in the little comment box below. If you haven't already, maybe you would think of hitting that subscribe button and the little notification bell beside it. That will let you know as to when I upload a video. And don't forget to give me a like, it really helps me out. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will chat to you soon in the next video. Bye bye.